To manufacture our base, we started by making a large flat panel, which we then cut into 2 smaller pieces. Because our base is a sandwich panel with a foam core, we epoxied one of the panels to the bottom of the core. Before epoxying on the top panel, we cut a hole for our tubes in the core and top panel. We then added the top panel using epoxy and vacuum bagging. Using the spare parts from the large flat panel, we made sides for the base to protect it from the elements during use. Both the inner and the outer tube were made using filament winding. We used the lathe on the inner tube to make sure it was the perfect diameter, and added a final thin layer of epoxy to make sure it was shiny and smooth. Pinholes were then drilled into the outer tube, and the outer tube was then epoxied into the base. The rubber for both the top and bottom pieces were then cut and glued onto the final part. Here is our final product at its minimum height. We started with both UV and water testing for 72 hours to check the strength of the panel under 3-point bend tests. We then moved on to compression testing, center-loaded testing at 4,000 pounds for 10 minutes and off-center loading at 2,000 pounds for 10 minutes, at both the minimum and maximum heights for both.
Oh yeah.
I'm pretty sure I can kick it off.
Yeah, there you go.